When Aaron and Madeline ran from the hall, they had seen the big black and gold butterfly hovering by the path to the jungle. "Let's see where it goes," said Aaron. Madeline clutched his hand. "Do you think it's safe?" "We have to find out what it's doing," Aaron argued. "Then we can warn the others." "Shouldn't we tell Mr. Troy?" Madeline asked him. Aaron shook his head. He wouldn't believe us, but once we know what's going on, we can tell him. You know what adults are like." What if we get lost?" Madeline asked, held back. "We won't." Aaron squeezed her hand. "We'll stay on the path." The butterfly had been circling the path, waiting for them. Suddenly it swooped low, and its giant wings began beating impatiently. "I think it wants to show us something," Aaron thought. "Come on, Madeline." They raced towards the path, following the huge butterfly as it flew deeper into the jungle. The trees became taller and thicker. Soon they rounded a bend, and the camp was out of sight. They stood side by side in a little clearing, peering into the dense vegetation to see where the butterfly had gone. Madeline tugged on Aaron's hand. "I think we should stop here," she blurted. "You can if you like." Aaron pulled his hand free. "But I am going on. I want to see what that butterfly is doing." Suddenly the jungle insects stopped their loud chirping. The air was filled with a loud sigh. Leaves danced and rolled on the ground in a gust of wind. Madeline choked back a scream. Night was falling all around them. Her voice was full of terror. "Why is it getting so dark?" Aaron looked up, his face drained of color. "It's the butterfly," he stammered. "It's got bigger. It's blotting out the sun." The giant creature hovered overhead, its wings lazily flicking at the air. The sound of someone sighing grew louder and louder. "I'm scared," shivered Madeline. "No, you're not." Aaron gave her a brave hug. "We're only about 5 minutes from the camp. What could happen to us?" And then he screamed from the bottom of his lungs. "Help!" Something gripped his shoulders. Before he could scream again, his feet had left the ground. Madeline looked up and shrieked. "Aaron, it's the butterfly." Then Madeline felt a sharp pain in her shoulder. Something was gripping her. "Help! Help!" She was being lifted higher. She looked up and screamed again. A second black and gold butterfly, even bigger than the first, had seized her with claws like an eagle's. And the more she struggled, the more the butterfly tightened its grip. "Help! Help!" They were traveling higher and higher until they were clear of the trees. When they looked down, their legs were dangling in space high above the treetops. "Help! Help!" Before they could see the tiny buildings of the camp and the blue lake. "Where is it taking us?" she yelled. Sweat rolled down Aaron's face. "I don't know," he thought. Butterfly claws dug into his shirt. He looked down once and jammed his eyes shut. "But I think we are going to fly over the lake." Madeline screamed. She was looking down at the muddy embankment. She saw what looked like logs, but now they were stirring. The crocodile's jaws opened, gazed up at her. "No," she screamed again. "Don't drop us," she pleaded. "Don't drop us."